Thank you, sir. Namaste to the divine souls present here today. Can you hear me? Am I loud and clear?
Yeah, you are good.
Yes, sir. Bowing to the feet of Sai and taking his permission, close your eyes for just 2 seconds, masters, so that we get connected to each other's energy as well as the energy of the book. Thank you so much. So last week we saw why one must light diya or the lamp that we do in our Indian culture every day. So what is the importance of lighting diya? We saw that. Then we saw the most important thing was how to get protection from this diya, or we understood how to do the fire meditation. I even took you through the fire meditation that day. So today we shall see importance of sunlight and how one should sleep soundly. Also, whoever, like for example, whoever is channeling or acting as a medium, or whoever is trying to heal somebody, or various healers, like for example in Reiki, etc. Also, counselors who take the sessions, for them it is very, very important to take the protection, self protection, before they get into this healing or whatever, counseling or whatever. So why is it so? That also is answered this, and also concept of spiritual children I'll touch upon today. So masters, let's dive into this. um, so Rudra is asking Baba here, say suppose Baba says why one must do fire meditation, how to do, and how to ask protection for self every day when you sit. So beautifully it was explained that you had to stare into the flame, the bluish flame of the diya, and ask for, you know, feel yourself to be in the womb of the mother universe and get yourself protected. Then ask for protection of all your loved ones. That is what was said. So now Rudra is questioning Baba. Baba, what if somebody is in really bad shape and cannot do the fire meditation? Maybe he or she can't light the candle or a diya for whatever reason. Then what should such people do? So Baba very beautifully explains about getting exposed to the sunlight early morning when the sun is rising. So Baba is explaining that simple. Look into the sun, look into the morning sun. That's the best way of doing flame meditation. There is nothing better than meditating on the rising sun. It is the source of all physical light and fire, and thus closest physical manifestation of the divine spark and flame. Put yourself put yourself in the sun and follow same prayer and routine. What you have to pray, we saw, protect my body, mind, soul. That is a prayer we have to make. So when you look into the eyes of the rising sun, you have to pray yourself. This is the best way of doing it, but you need to do it with the morning sun for obvious health and optical reasons. You can do it with the setting sun too, but obviously the rising sun has the great healing properties. Merging with the sun does wonders for the body, mind, aura. It also balances your elements in your body. What are elements? We are made up of 5 elements, isn't it? Panchabhutas. So all those will get, uh, he's saying, Baba, they will get balanced when you expose yourself to the sun. Your body and strengthens your magnetic field force. Your aura gets nourished, and this way you get balanced and protected. Of course, all this is also achieved by fire meditation too. It when we sit for fire meditation, this is what happens. Our aura, everything gets cleaned, our panchabhutas in the body. But if one does the meditation and prayer and merges with the morning sun, the results are going to be far better, achieved faster, and will be more apparent and lasting. That is the reason, masters, we must walk early in the mornings. It is best to walk even just half an hour is more than enough. The sun is a source of life and light. It gets directly nourished by the great flame that we call God. The sun has nourishing and curative qualities that are not being channeled optimally. The sages knew about the power of the sun. Zoroastrians have to pray to the sun. It is actually mandatory for them. Zoroastrians is a cult who pray for the sun every day. The Hindus too have been worshipping. See, if you go to the river banks, etc., there early morning, you can see people, Archana, with the holy water, they will be taking dip and giving, Mm, I don't know, Brahmins must be knowing that they will be, offering water and they will be chanting some mantras facing the sun. So even Hindus have this tradition of worshipping the sun since the beginning of the time. Sun temples were popular all over the world. The pyramids also harness the sun's energy, which is filtered in a calculated manner that allows energy to be preserved and keeps at bay corruption of whatever is placed within. See, so beautifully it is explained. Even pyramid is so important. And we have been saying in spiritual tablets, pyramid meditation is too important. So here, the pyramid, they filter the energy. So that is what is being said. Sun, there is a spiritual power and healing strength in light. The source, be it the sun or just the flame. Also, another interesting thing about the fire meditation is that the moment you begin chanting prayers, you begin to bestow the sun and the flame with further energy. Thus, every time you pray to the sun or the fire, you actually through your prayers are bestowing energy to them. In return, the disciple is not only blessed with physical and material benefits, but the divine spark that glows in all beings is strengthened. And this is in turn makes the connection between individual divine spark and cosmic eternal flame stronger. See, so beautifully it is explained here, masters. This is when we do this, we merge with the universal energy. So this is so easily explained here. So this is about why we must bathe in the sun's light early in the hours. Also, now what happens is most of you must be doing. So if not, I feel one must take this into consideration and start walking in the nature, enjoying, because once you go out of your house, your soul gets nourished because you can see the beautiful, nature around you. You can enjoy every tree, every bird chirping, all the activities that are going on in the morning. Also get nourished yourself by the sunlight. So next is, sorry, 1 second. Just give me 2 minutes, please. Sorry about that. So the next is Rudra is not able to sleep well these days because whenever he sleeps, he is only feeling about his kids. He is longing for his kids, you can say. So his energy is being drained because of this, because continuously uh, he's longing for his kids and he's only thinking about them. So Baba says here, the only way out is to sleep for shorter periods of time before sleeping. So Baba is explaining how you can sleep well or soundly. So before you sleep, here he says you must chant prayers or try to meditate. Prepare your subconscious mind to relax too and be content in silence. Unlike most people, you don't indulge in thoughts and the past during your wakeful moments. That itself is very creditable, my child. But that doesn't mean you don't hurt and the pain itself keeps churning within you. And it is in your sleep state that the steam is let out. The churning leaves its own effect. And if you don't indulge in prayers and meditation, then the body and the mind have no other way of settling the process that the pain has evoked, but through dreams. See, so beautifully it is being explained here. Whatever pain or emotional drainage you're going through, it has to be cleansed, masters, every time. So sleep is the best way, and or else through your dreams also you can, whatever dreams you're having, through that it is trying to cleanse. But if you notice, even in your dreams, you have never hurt anybody or been negative to anybody. That only means one thing: you really hold no hatred or malice against anybody. You are not pretending. You really have only love for all those who have hurt you and turned against you and made wrong allegations against you and tried to harm you emotionally, physically, and mentally. So here Baba says it is very important, even just few minutes of meditation, as well as either meditation or your prayer, is more than enough to go to sleep. Okay. So here in each page, this is given. Fools try to differentiate between us. Fools succeed with fools. Be wise. Can you separate the wave from the ocean? Can the light be separated from the flame? Can you separate the sunbeams from the sun or the fire from its warmth? The fruit comes from the seed and gives seeds to get more fruit. Nature is all encompassing and never differentiates. Only foolish mankind differentiates. This is because this is about fire meditation, it is said. So why it is important to get merged with the nature. Okay. Next it is explained, as I said, why one must get own protection before we heal others, before we counsel others, whatever it is. Okay. So self protection is very, very, very needed. That is what Baba says here. Anyway, say your prayers of protection and only then sit for channeling. Sit by the fire and lit the incense stick and call out to your master. Pray to your master to fill your body, mind, soul, aura, vibrations, channel every drop of blood, DNA, and cell with your master's guidance, protection, and presence. Pray to your master to forgive you, lead you, guide you, guard you, and come through you. See, it is so beautifully said. When we feel, we're sitting for healing, we feel our ego so many times takes over. We feel it is I who is doing. But that's why, master, it is very important. Baba says here, if you get involved in all such things, you are going to destroy yourself. Also, to save, safeguard your own self, it is very important to ask the guidance of your master, ask his forgiveness if you have done any wrong, lead you, guide you. That is what how you ask for protection. Plead with your master that only your master comes through you and that your master allows no other spirit to come even close to you. These prayers are very, very important. The meditation and chanting are very important. The flame and the incense stick are important. These are steps that make the path clear, which forms an invisible circle of protection around you, preventing any other spirit from even coming close to you. Also, this circle protects you from negativity and vibrations of those who come for channeling. Remember, only those in grief, pain shall come for channeling. They usually come with heavy auras. Very beautifully it is explained. This, I feel, is very applicable to all our counselors from spiritual tablets too. The medium's channels are open for communications. Many times, the medium absorbs all the negativity and sorrow and heaviness. Thus, after the session is over, the person who has come for guidance goes back feeling relieved and light for the simple reason he or she has unconsciously left all the pain, restlessness, and problems at the feet of the master. But in the process, they have to pass through the feet of the medium or pass through the medium. If the medium is not protected and not in complete tune with the master, the negativity, grief, auric heaviness clings to the medium and can result in mental turbulence, ill health, acute restlessness, and emotional disorders, depression, weakness of the body, listlessness, and in general, a complete physical, mental, and emotional breakdown. So beautiful, masters. So it is very, very, very important to take the protection for ourselves before we do anything. Remember, son, you are dealing with the energy, because here Baba beautiful says that why it so happens is, even the person who has come to get cured or to tell about himself or whatever, he is carrying all energies which are negative, and we are also a form of energy. All of us are energy forms, so we get absorbed by that. Remember, son, you are dealing with the energy, and energy has its own laws. If you touch a live wire without precaution and protection, you are going to get a shock. If the energy passing through the live wire is weak, you will only get a minor jolt. If the energy is strong, it can throw you off your feet and physically injure you. If you keep getting thrown off your feet and injured, after a while, you will get permanently wounded. Sometimes the live wire has such immense energy running through it that it can cripple you or even kill you. Energy doesn't see intentions. It has its own set of rules, and the rules apply to one and all. Thus, precaution and protection are a must. Also, one needs to be strong to be able to deal with energy, vibrations, auric heaviness, energy fluctuations. You need to be strong in body, mind, and soul, also in complete harmony of your body, mind, and soul. Another point is that the master works through you. The master uses the medium's body to get across to those in need. If the bulb is not strong enough to absorb the electric energy passing through it, the heavy voltage can damage the bulb, crack it, or even burst it. Thus, the medium had better be strong enough to bear the external turbulence and also the internal energy circuit running through his or her body. Most mediums fall ill. Most mediums suffer from innumerable problems. Many mediums become misfit in the world. All mediums suffer from physical health issues. The more in tune the medium, the greater the health issues. Saints and prophets suffer the most. We have even masters, we have beautifully seen all this, whoever, Meher Baba, Akkalkot Maharaj, Sainath, all of them, we have seen them suffering physically also. So this is the reason, because most of the time they even may get influenced. Thus, protection is a must. Even with protection, you're going to fall ill, suffer mental anguish and emotional burns, be drained out, and have the breath sucked out of you. Sleep will go out of the window, and increasingly you will get bouts of depression, as you shall be surrounded by pain and grief. Thus, you shall need to be more and more immersed in prayer and in the present moment. You should learn to relax, be surrounded by happiness, laughter, indulge in calm. Try to be happy, and as you like to say, try to be chilled out. Now, after you finish channeling, first and foremost, go back into your flame and pray to her to cleanse your body and mind and soul, aura, vibrations, and channels every drop of blood, DNA, and cell from all negativity and ill health. Thank the flame for protecting you, guiding you, and guarding you. Thank you, Master. And then, if you can, burn another stick of incense, or better still, burn camphor and take it through your room. You can also keep a bowl of rock salt. And after the channeling, you can flush away the water, clean the bowl, and use it again when you sit for channeling. Be careful it doesn't spill on yourself or in the room. If it does spill, wash it away without any delay. Irrespective of everything, you must do the wazoo again. So this is the process, Baba is explaining for all those who practice these healing techniques. So even after channeling is over, after you have had your counseling, you need to go back, light the lamp or incense stick, and then cleanse yourself. Okay? Or you can, even when you're doing this process, keep the rock salt in one of the corner. I have seen this Reiki healers, there will be a bowl of rock salt which is kept when they're doing this. And every after each person is session is over, this is closed. This is thrown off. That salt is thrown off. I remember when your children fell ill, you would hold them close, and though you didn't know it, you used to give your own energy to them, allowing them to get stronger and be able to fight the illness that had plagued their small bodies. I know how miserable you were when your children were ill. They may forget, I never shall. The masters and nature keep all accounts. No love and emotion goes to waste. We receive everything and preserve it. See, masters, when the child is ill, so beautifully it is explained. It is the parents who will be at the side of the child, and they try to pass on their energy to the child so that it heals. So that is what Baba is saying here. And also Baba strongly feels or mentions that those who are acting as channels, mediums, or whoever is trying to heal, they should never ever misuse this power for their individual interest. They should never do it. Because they have to pay huge in karmic in karma. They will gather a lot of karma if they do that. Take any master, and if you ask his or her disciple, you will be told how unwell the master is virtually all the time. Why? Because the master consciously keeps taking on the karma and illness of the disciples and devotees, and thus illness plague spiritual masters. We have seen this when we read Satcharita. When there was plague in the Shirdi Grama, I think 7 people die, and there are more than 7 boils on Baba's body, which represent that he took others illness on him and saved the other lives. So that is our masters. That means our masters are constantly working for us throughout the the Kala Chakra, you can say. So it is very important. It is so beautifully said here. Those who serve their masters and serve their masters are served a million times more by their masters. You serve first and foremost by being a decent human being. You need not have to offer all that, only thing is pure love, faith you can offer. That's all. You serve by not harming others and by not gossiping, plotting, and trying to create sadness and an environment of hate and pain. You serve by not alleging and trying to break families. Yes, you also serve by being a medium, by doing social work, by being generous, by giving a helping hand, by reaching out to unfortunate or unprivileged, by praying for peace and health of those who are in need, for peace and health, for meditating for the world peace, for feeding the hungry, clothing those in need, and providing shelter to the homeless. These are a million ways to serve God, Goddess, and your master. But always remember, your master sees and appreciates and serves you back a million times more. Another thing, you must have so much faith in your guru and master that your faith overwhelms your master too. But to reach such a level, you will be tested, cleansed, crucified, humiliated, injured, wiped out, stranded. See, so beautifully it is said. Most of the time, we feel, Are, so much I worship you, but why this pain, why this misery, why this suffering? It is only bestowed upon me, isn't it? That means our faith, we are giving up on our faith. So the third kind of faith we studied, isn't it? Three kinds of faith. To reach the third kind, where we are in complete surrenderance to our master, to reach that level, it is not easy because we'll be tested again and again, again and again. See, to make a diamond, it has been, chiseled so much. It doesn't, become diamond overnight, isn't it? Even your gold, it is burned, then it becomes gold, isn't it? So, same way, to merge with your master or to be one with your God, you will always be tested. So you should remember that all you're going through is nothing but test. You're giving just tests. So you have to just keep in mind and have that undeterred faith on your master. So so beautifully it is given here. Your faith should be such that even your master gets shaken up. But my child, to shake your master up, you should be ready to have the very foundations beneath you and the sky above you to shaken up and your body, mind, soul, and the world around you to be traumatized. You want to give a gift to your master? Then give your master your very soul. So beautiful the sentences, masters. Any gift you want to give your master, give your soul, surrender yourself. And you know what is the essence of the soul? It is the faith. Faith is the heartbeat that keeps the soul pure and intact in its original glory, despite having been put through lifetimes of depravity and darkness. Faith keeps God from pulling the plug off from the creation. Love and faith are two sides of eternity. See, Master, so beautiful it is said here. We must always have these two, qualities in us to reach that eternity. Now, here Baba also explains. He also, most of the time he is saying, Rudra, when he is channeling people, he's asking to, donate some amount or to people in need, all that. This is nothing but spiritual children concept that we have studied in spiritual tablet. That is the way we have our biological, we bring our biological children to this world. The same way we have made contract with other, children or other people. The children means it may not be, age is not a bar here. It may not, we have made contract to help others. And once we come on to this plane, we will definitely forget all that. So when we do all this social work, whatever Baba said, helping in people in needy or providing clothes, shelter, whatever it is, this is what a spiritual, spiritual children concept. Once you help your spiritual children, your biological children also will be taken care of. Okay, that is a beautiful concept that we have studied in spiritual tablets, masters. So I hope spiritual children means anybody that you help. Say, suppose it may be old people. Today, so many people are there in my apartment. If I just go and cater to them, that is, I may not do even seva on, I'm not talking about that. Just teaching meditation to them, you know, going and approaching, elderly people, teaching them meditation. Or when you are going on the road, if you see beggar, you feel compelled to help him out. I'm not saying, giving money and all. You may help in some other ways. Or when you're on the road, there is some accident that you see, you immediately jump in and help that person who is in need. So all this, come as whoever you're helping, they will be called your spiritual children. So that is a very, very beautiful concept, masters. Rudra sighed and sat on the sofa. He lit a cigar and inhaled deep. A German couple had presented it to Rudra just before they had flown back to London, where they had lived for nearly 6 decades. 2 weeks back, they had come to Rudra because their passports had been stolen. See, Rudra has been acting as medium or channel. So many people come to him to ask about their future or whatever problems they are going through. So one of them was German couple who had come. They thought their passports had been stolen. To ask that, they had come. The passport, Rudra sits for closing his eyes and he tells, the passport is in your suitcase. It is in the plastic bag, which is in the inner pocket of her coat, a maroon coat. If you find your passport, I want you to donate a little money to charity. Make sure it helps the children or those suffering from cancer. See, so we'll see why he particularly mentions like this. Rudra thought the old man would pass out. The old lady, with a thick voice and eyes that were light red in color, smiled. Yes, she remembered. She had kept something in the maroon coat but had forgotten about it and didn't worry about the old man who was still on the verge of passing out. He did not believe in all this. Thus, reality had soaked him in the solar plexus. That is chakra, your chakra. You know how stubborn and stupid men can be about love and God. Next day, they arrived with wine and cigars. They had noticed packets of cigarettes and had seen him drinking wine at that strange cafe with atrocious waiters but excellent food. Why did Baba ask us to donate money to help children or those suffering from cancer? This is what the couple is asking. They are old couple from Germany. So the answer is maybe because a grandchild of yours is not keeping good health, or somebody in the family is liable to get a cancer. So that is the reason maybe Baba has told, they say. The old man coughed, and for a while in the room, only irregular breathing from the old man was heard. He was in shock that he is telling everything what is happening. My grandson is very accident prone. In the past 1 year, he has been involved in 4 accidents. Oh, maybe Baba wants you to thank the Lord for protecting your grandson from perpetual harm, or by helping the children. Baba is trying to settle certain karmic accounts. See, masters, why we must do this to our spiritual children? The reason is to settle our karmic accounts. When you do this to your spiritual children, your own biological children will be taken care of. By helping people, in this case children, you kind of settle karmic debts. Nature and providence keeps all scores and accounts. Maybe by helping children, blessing the souls of these children, consciously or subconsciously, blessing from the spirits who take care of these orphan children, and blessings from your own guides and masters help to erase certain karmic debts and punishments. It also helps in preventing coming tragedy or misfortune, or helps in the recovery of somebody suffering. It is also a way of thanking Providence. You know, before we came to India, our son-in-law Philip was suspected of having a cancer of stomach. It was a close call. The doctors have prescribed him lifelong medication and a complete change of lifestyle. Maybe by giving charity to an organization that takes care of cancer patients, this is a way of thanking the Lord. So they themselves tell that their son-in-law was prone to cancer. So the old man stood up. It was obvious he too wanted to say something, and for a few seconds, flounder for words. So this is what it is. Okay. It's not that they could not cure themselves. See why, this is important. It is given here. It's not that they could not cure themselves. They could, but there are certain laws of the energy and karma, and they abided by those laws. If Jesus wasn't ready to be crucified, do you really believe any man on earth or any force in the universe could have managed to touch a hair on his head, leave aside, make him wear a crown of thorns, or crucify him? No, he allowed it to happen. He wanted to take on the cumulative karma of mankind. See, all these big people, they have taken karma of whole of the mankind. He took these on to himself and thus allowed himself to go through pain, agony, abuse that only masters can go through for their children. And all this made all more painful, for the master can stop or shield himself from feeling pain, but he doesn't, as that interferes with his plan and the law of karma. See, all the masters are always constantly trying to help us masters. So beautifully, this is explained here. Now, Rudra is channeling a person called as Chauhan, who is about to come to meet him. Baba is not there. Baba has gone, leaving Rudra alone. Whenever there is need, Baba, he just goes. Rudra heard shuffle of feet and Chauhan entered the room. Rudra had a bandana on his head and nodded to the middle-aged man. After another short silent prayer, Rudra waited for the energy to fill him up. It was a warm, inexplicable sensation. Until Rudra did not feel the energy within him, he remained silent. Your sadness, now he starts channeling, okay? Your sadness, your frustrations are of your own doing. If you go deep within yourself, you will realize that you have created your own sorrows. That is what we say. No. We have 10 traffic signals in which one of the signals says, we create our own reality, isn't it, masters? So here he's saying, you possess everything but enjoy nothing. You are surrounded by people all the time but are terribly lonely. You are falling ill and feel aches and pains all over body all the time, but nothing is medically wrong with you, son. You want to expand your business and are on the verge of diversifying. It's not very good idea. You will make lots of money, but money you already possess in abundance. Making more money is nothing but a static. It's just another million or a crore. Nothing wrong in making more money. But if that money is not going to give you any happiness, but instead create more confusion, ill health, then money is harmful. So don't think you should go for that expansion. Now ask me whatever you want to. So this fellow, whoever has come, Chavan, he's so obsessed in earning more and more money. Okay. And in his life, neither his wife is happy with him, his children are happy with him, nor he himself is happy. So he has come to ask if he can expand. So this is what is the message for him. My main issue is my family. Now he's given a chance to ask more question. So he says, my main issue is my family. They just don't relate to me. My sons are not interested in my work. My wife seems distant, and I just have nobody to communicate with. This is what happens, masters. We get so lost in our lives. Men only think that only I have to provide for my kids, I have to provide for my wife. Of course, it is important. I do know that. But somewhere we lose ourselves. Somewhere we feel successful, we want more success. So invest more. Again, do that again and again. In this, we are losing our family, isn't it? Most of the time, if you just ponder upon and get connected to your own self and see, this is what has happened in most of the households these days. Each and everybody, maybe wife is feeling lonely, children are feeling lonely, or the husband is feeling lonely. This is because of your own doing. Okay, so this is what is happening even in Chavan's life. So Rudra says, communication is a two-way street, son. When was the last time you really sat down with your family and enjoyed yourself? Your phone never stops ringing. Your moods are controlled by your balance sheet and your work schedule. Your plans to spend time with your family are solely dependent on your moods and state of work. You expect all to be present at home when you are there, but your schedule is so erratic that you yourself are not certain whether you shall be present at home at a given time and date. Your son needs a father and a friend. He has somebody who only judges him, sets parameters, and compares him with other children of his age. See, what is happening is so beautifully indirectly, this is what is happening in our lives too, isn't it, masters? We feel I am the boss, I am successful, so my children should also be successful. That's why, instead of being a friend, after 14 years, you have to be a friend to your children. We forget that. We just start setting parameters. This is the score. See, I have put you in this tuition. It cost me so much. You have to perform here. This is what we are setting the parameters for the children. We forget we have to be friend. We just become commanders. We just keep on ordering them. So we lose that connection with those beautiful children of us. I only want what is best for him. So he says, what is wrong? I'm asking, I'm hoping for best for my children. Wrong. You want what you think is best for him. Tell me, do you really know what your son wants to do or is capable of doing? Most of the time, it so happens here in India also, most of the time, we being parents, we feel we have authority over our children. We never ask what they are interested in. If they want to pursue music, if they want to pursue something, arts or whatever, any form of art, we feel that is not a suitable profession. We feel, engineers, doctors, only those such kind of professions are, good professions. This is what. So what we feel is they must become one of that. The other day, Jaspi ma'am was also saying something, sharing in the book club. So her son wanted to pursue music, and then she told him to do a degree, and then she allowed him, isn't it? So I'm not talking only about her. I just gave an example, masters, including me. We are setting parameters for our children. This is the mark sheet. This is how much you should score. This is what is happening with all of us. I want him to join my work. So he slowly says, I want my son to join my workforce. Do you know what he wants to do or dreams of doing or what he is meant to do? Chawan nodded. He had begun to question the wisdom behind his agreeing for this session. He said, "Arey, मैं तो यहाँ solution लेने आया था. Now this fellow is, teaching me only. Your son wants to become an engineer, just like you wanted, but couldn't because of your family pressure. Your son wants to go abroad and study and make his own destiny. You couldn't make your own destiny, so I assume you want to deprive your children from chartering out their destiny. They don't listen to me. That is because you are a stranger to them and you don't listen to them. Your daughter, who is 13, is slowly getting distant from you, and you are at fault. Your wife, seeing the way you are interacting with your children, has begun to slowly close herself to you. Son, you have come here to hear the truth. You have not come here to hear what you want to hear. You shall hear the truth, or you may leave. See, so beautifully it is put here. That is going on in Chavan's mind. No, I have come to ask what is best. This fellow is advising me. So that is what he is saying here. You must know the truth. No, I agree. Whatever you are saying, I don't know what to do. Suddenly, a tenderness engulfed Rudra. He could feel his gaze and tone become softer, more tender. I want you to tell me what is your priority in life. Shut your eyes and think and tell me what is your priority. Forget everything else. Just tell me your main priority in your life. And after you ascertain your priority, tell me what are you doing to work towards your priority, but be honest with yourself. If money is your priority, there is nothing to feel bad about. Then you should ascertain whether you are doing your best to achieve that priority, but be honest with yourself. Now shut your eyes and think. Masters, I also request you people to do the same. As I am reading, you can analyze yourself too and set your priorities. Rudra knew the answer. He shut his eyes to and tried to figure out what was his priority and was he doing his darn all giving his best to work towards his priority. After a while, he heard Chavan move about on his chair. Rudra opened his eyes and was taken aback to see that Chavan's eyes had welled up. He was crying actually. The rich tycoon who had at least 100 people at his back and call, now sat in front of Sai Baba's frame, a glowing flame, and an unshaven man in jeans and bandana, unsure and humbled by whatever revelation his soul had divulged to him. What is your priority? Then he slowly says, my family. Isn't it, masters? Why are we earning so much? It is for the best, for best to take care best of my family, best in a best way, isn't it? But in that, in that rat race, we are losing so beautiful moments with our children, isn't it? What, my family, do you really mean it? Yes, I mean, do you really mean and believe that your family is your priority? Yes, I just realized that without them everything is meaningless to me, isn't it, masters? It is such a profound truth. We do it for our family, but in the rat race we forget and we get lost and we lose every connection that we have around us. I believe you that your family is your priority. Now tell me, what are you doing about your priority? Are you giving your best to your family? Are you doing all that which is possible to improve the quality of their life, not quantity, masters? If tomorrow you were to die, would you die in peace, knowing you have done your level best and given your level best towards your priority? If your answer is yes, then you will leave your body in peace. If your answer is no, even in spirit plane and world, you will carry a cross and the guilt and anger towards yourself, which is not good for one's spiritual journey and growth. You carry those feelings in your afterlife and in all your other lives too, a feeling of sadness that you cannot pinpoint, but which fills your soul with a void that engulfs you. Son, if your family is your priority, then work towards giving your best to them. Where their welfare becomes your priority, their well being and state of mind becomes your priority. To make certain that they flower and reach their potential as human beings and in their career and in their lives becomes your priority. What is the sense of expanding your business at the cost of your family and your priority? It's important to run the race, but stupidity to keep running even after the finishing line has been crossed. Draw your finishing line and try to cross it, but keep your priority in mind and work at it continuously. Priority means that which is the most important thing for you and your soul and your peace of mind. For you, your family is the top priority. For somebody else, art or money may be the top priority. The question to be asked is whether you are working towards your priority. Are you giving your 1000% to your priority? Are you giving top priority to your priority? If the answer to this question is honest and you're doing your best, then great. Let not the outcome decide whether you are moving toward your priority. For instance, a person's priority may be to keep his or her family happy, but the person sees only sadness, hatred in their eyes. That is unfortunate. But as long as the person is trying his or her best to make them happy and content, and he is working towards that priority, that is all that matters. For a person, art may be priority, but the person may be a failure at art. But as long as the person gives his or her 1000% towards it, that is all that matters. Create a situation where you're giving your best to both. Very difficult, but it is achievable. Work towards them and devote your life towards your priority. So beautifully, masters, here there is a enormous takeaway from this here today. This is what each one of us is doing, isn't it? We are always in competition. Somebody has gone to USA, my son too should go there. He should take a big position. He should have 5 cars in front of his house. The parents here will be boasting, my son lives in US. जहां पे जो लोग यूएस में हैं उनको ही पता है उनका क्या हाल है कि नहीं? They may be living their best, but why feel like that going to US is a big achievement or taking a big position? We have forgotten to teach the humanity to our children, I feel, masters. So here it is said, the Guru comes before God. God has laid down the laws, and thus God too is bound by those very laws. And remember, God is all just. God cannot be lenient to some and unsparing to others, unless the case is presented by the Guru. When the Guru seeks for karmas to be changed or altered, God consents. That the Guru is like a mother, all merciful, and be with a heart that beats and bleeds for the disciples. The master thus bends the laws for the peace and happiness of the disciples, but the Guru pays a price. So beautiful it is. Guru pays a price that is so excruciating that nobody can disciple or comprehend. That is what we heard, that Jesus was crucified because he took on the karma of the whole of the mankind. He so, lovingly did that for us. So my question to all of you is today, let's ponder upon ourselves. Let's not read these books just for the heck of it, masters. So beautifully we learned how to sleep well, how to get sunlight and get nourishment from sunlight, how to protect ourselves before we heal. Even if we are trying to advise some people where there is a lot of drainage, emotional drainage, you can do this meditation and cleanse yourself after whatever you have. It doesn't mean here that you should not help. Okay, that is what is most important. Also, we should know to set our priorities, masters. What is important when we are living for our own families, we are earning for our own families? If those people are not happy, look into the eyes of your wife, your children. Try to spend time. I have seen many times, I'm not boasting, as a teacher, when I had this exercise, 15 days once, I would ask the children to write in a paper what they want. The only majority answers would be, we want our father to be there for our function, whatever, maybe the school function they're taking part, cultural event. They want their father to be there. They say, our mother, we want our mother when we go back to our home in the evening to receive us or to drop us. छोटे छोटे ख्वाहिशें होती हैं बच्चों की. Okay, in this rat race I feel we forget all this. We are so engrossed into, in this mobile era, to pucho hi mat. I feel even, children are caught up in their own world. We as elders, we don't dine together, isn't it? There is no family time. I am having my meal at my own time. Children are having at their own time. Elders are having at their own time. So where is the family time? No. We are sitting in front of the TV, or most of the time answering our calls and trying to have. Neither we are paying attention to what we are doing. We are never ever in the present moment. I feel we have got lost. So it is very, very, very important for us to set our priority, pay attention to what, emotional support to our children is very important, masters. They should not get lost in this world. What is the use of me earning so many crores if I'm not able to keep them happy? Also, I would love to share one of the beautiful experience that I had way back in 2008 or 9. There was, there are so many sadhakas, like, some people, live off their sansaras. They go, they worship, their gurus and try to live like that. There's one such sadhaka, like, I think he was from North India. He was a very rich person, it seems. I don't know. I have never asked him. And sometime in his life, he understood importance of being connected to your own soul. So he, donated everything. And like Baba only, he was wearing kafni, that robe that Baba wears, the same white, pure white. I still remember his eyes. I still remember his face, the glow in his face. So, and he was tying a turban also, like the same, everything same like Baba. He was living in Shirdi for, I think, more than 9 years, only doing, Baba seva there, whoever, and he was doing all meditation, whatever, for that sadhana. So he had come to meet our Guruji in Bangalore. But that day the temple was closed where Guruji would be, meeting that person. And even Guruji, he was working for IBM. He was in a good position there. So he was surprised to, hear about him. So he just called us because we were living very near to the temple. So that we go receive him. Actually, my friend was supposed to go receive him. And I had just come from my work. While coming, I don't know what prompted me. I'm not exaggerating here. I'm not telling I'm great. I had brought so many fruits that day. Bangalore is a beautiful place with lot of variety of fruits. So I had brought so many kinds of fruits that day while coming from my school. So by 2 o'clock, I would be coming. So that day I carried a lot of fruits, and I just, I had just come back and I was sitting. Then I get a knock on my door. I open, somebody had, brought this person to my door. Once I opened the door, I still, imagine that person. If even today, if I imagine that person and that moment, I get goosebumps. His persona was so beautiful. His eyes were so beautiful, very glowing, I just saw literally Baba there. Then I welcomed, and I was so surprised, and I didn't know who he was. And I asked him to come inside because my friend was not there. So I had that opportunity to welcome him. Then I asked him to sit on the sofa in the hall. He said, "That is not my seat, dear daughter. बेटी, he was talking in Hindi, बेटी वो मेरा जगह नहीं है, मेरा जगह है ये है करके. He sat on the floor and I sat with him. We started having conversation, and he asked, why have you brought those fruits? Then I said, I don't know. Then he said, will you give me? Then I said, okay, I will give you. I gave him that fruits. Then he saw there was one sec. Come, Dora, come Apaji. Chalo, come. So that and I saw him. He saw there was Sacharita on the table, and he took the book, and I had written how many times I've read it. Then he saw everywhere, 4 sides of the walls of my house had Baba's photos hung. So he asked, oh, that's the reason I have come here, he said. And he said, what do you want? Then he slowly, I had never mentioned to him that I didn't have children. Okay. So he asked, do you, Dora, no, Dora. He asked, hi, Dora, no, Babu. He asked, do you want children? You still want children? I said, no, I'm not willing now. I don't have that, this one, khwahish. Then he asked, then what you want? I said, any lifetime I take henceforth, I should be a devotee of Baba, and I should be close to him. I don't know, ye mera bachpana, whatever you can say. Then he said, he smiled, and in that book he wrote, complete this reading 108 times, and he gave it back to me. And then he told me so many things, how to worship, and there is no need for Baba, for all Baba or anybody, all this, donations, all such things. All he needs, that day he had told me, all he needs is your Atma, your love, your purity. And wherever you are, you call him, you will see him in some or the other form. So that was a beautiful experience that I had that day. I was very fortunate. Thank you, masters. And anybody wants to share anything? I want to ask the question, what is your priority? Yes, masters. I want few of you to tell me, or most of you can tell me what is your priority. Contented life? Yes, masters. Yes. Anybody? I request humbly, because this is a platform to share your experiences. Jagruti ma'am says our biological relations. Okay. What else? Yes, masters. Moksha. What is moksha? Yes, Indu ma'am, you must tell me what is moksha. Indu ma'am says moksha. Yes, masters. Anyone else? Please come up and share. Vidya ma'am says to be happy and to see those around you happy. Very good. Very nice. Can't unmute. Oh, okay. I will check. For purpose, mute all. Okay. How to unmute? How should we unmute?
Yeah.
Somebody.
Naina ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, I want them to speak up, sir.
Oh yeah. Whoever raises the hand, I can unmute them.
Yeah. Masters, raise your hands. Service, Supendra sir says service. Yeah.
Madam, you are unmuted.
Mukti. Yeah. I want to know what is Mukti and Moksha. Even I have those doubts. Not to challenge you people, please I really don't know what is mukti. I really don't know what is moksha. Yes, Vindhya ma'am.
मैंने मैम
Yes, ma'am.
मेरा प्रणाम है आपको. So beautifully you, I mean, I heard this Fakir story before, but through you again at the right time, I think I'm hearing the right thing. So thank you. I couldn't make it all these times, and today I said I came to my father-in-law's house specifically because I have the Wi-Fi here, and I said I want to hear.
Okay.
Vadni ma'am reminded me again, and I think it was all because I had to listen to you. I was just telling her, my dad is suffering from not able to sleep, and you started the story, your thing about sleeping, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. And then everything else after that, you talked about healing and protecting. I mean, I still have to read again and again to implement, but thank you, and your own story. So, and I can hear you. Your little puppy is like trying to call you, and you're still talking to us.
Yeah.
So, thank you for taking all these efforts and time. I want to go back and listen again, but thank you. Very beautiful, very beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking what book to give my brother or my father. Now I feel this is a book I should give, and I should read it to them. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Can you show us your little Dora?
Yeah, definitely. She's here.
Ah.
Dora, can you see?
Don't move. You move that thing. Yeah. Oh, she's like giving you a kiss.
Yeah,
Very
from
beautiful.
5 o'clock I have been playing so that she allows me to take the class.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Vindhya ma'am, you said it's effort. It's not effort. It is my pleasure, and I think I had this in my mind. The first time I heard this book, that was during the COVID times. I had goosebumps. Madhu ma'am from Beam group, she was reading this. That time I took so much from this book because I myself went through COVID twice, and I had to take a call about my sister also during those times. So I had taken so much of strength from this book. And next, Chandra sir did this book. Once Chandra sir did this book, I totally fell in love with this book. This book is my lifeline. Whenever I have low times, I am a human being at the end of the day. So I just go, I read this all, at the end of the chapter, see in every a page. I don't know whether you can be able to see. I am not able to show. Okay. At the end of the page, so beautifully it is explained about about everything. So I love this book, and your decision to gift this book. There are 3 actually. So is the best way I feel what you can give to anybody, because there is enormous this one from this knowledge. Indu ma'am, we are talking about Fakir book. Fakir book. Madhu ma'am and Chandra sir. Yeah, Vindhya. Yeah. Anybody else, masters? Anyone else? Yes. So, yes, masters, if any questions, let me know. Any sharing you have to do, you can ask, you can do it. Raise your hand. Yes. Yeah. Sir, can we go through the meditation then?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll start the.
Masters. Fingers into fingers. Your eyes closed. Legs crossed. Take a comfortable position. Let's close our eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, masters. The first one. Take in. Breathe in. No, Dora. Leave it. Shh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Masters, imagine yourself lighting the diya within your hearts. As you light, pray for peace, tranquility, everywhere. Just ask the fire, the lamp, or the sunlight to enlighten you with all the positivity, the strength, non-judgment, to accept everything as a learning, masters. Anytime you feel low, remember you're not alone. Just light the lamp. Sit with it. You will have that comfort. आप वो महसूस करोगे कि आप अकेले नहीं हो. There is always light around you. Masters, as we dive deep into our meditation, as we dive deep into meditation, just go deep within and be honest to yourself and ask yourself the very essence of your life. What is your priority? How much time you're giving to your family that you have accepted yourself? How much time you're giving to your children? How are you trying to help them with their problems? Stop this race of proving yourself to the world. Ponder upon what you're giving to your beautiful family for which you have come. Let the strength and light of this lamp reach every nook and corner of your body. Let it reach the cell, the DNA. Let it purify your soul, your body, your mind. No. As you get connected to yourself, let me give you affirmations of Louis Hay to make you feel better or best. Life supports me in every possible way. Life supports me in every possible way. My income is constantly increasing. My body takes me everywhere easily and effortlessly. Excuse me. I experience love wherever I go. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I no longer choose to believe in old limitations and lack. I now choose to begin to see myself as the universe sees me, perfect, whole, and complete. Let me go through this again. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I no longer choose to believe in old limitations and lack. I now choose to begin to see myself as the universe sees me, perfect, whole, and complete. Every person, place, and thing on this planet is interconnected with love. I am at home in the universe. I now accept and appreciate the abundant life the universe offers me. I love myself. Therefore, I love totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that my future is bright, joyous, and secure. For I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forever. The one person I am with forever is me. My relationship with myself is eternal. So I choose to be my own best friend. I choose to love and accept myself and talk to myself as I would do to a beloved person in my life. I saturate all the cells in my body with love and they become vibrantly healthy. I relate with love to all of life. I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. I choose to fill my life with joy. I love and approve of myself. Last but not the least, I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind and I create my own reality and everyone in it. Also, when you feel lonely, this is what you should say. I love and approve of myself. I feel the presence of those who aren't physically here. I'm too big a gift to the world to waste my time on self pity and sadness. Let's go into silence for a few minutes. No, Dora. Masters, slowly feel your physical body. Feel your fingers. Feel your toes. Rub your palm. And keep on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Gratitude to the spiritual tablet platform, to Ashok Sir, and to all you beautiful souls for being here. Thank you, one and all.